Greetings, B-movie aficionados.
Hello, welcome to our Christmas episode of A Couple of Flicks for 2025. I am Tristan.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Zach.
So yeah, the three we chose, I guess it's not really Christmas, it's more
Holiday. Yeah, holiday.
Yeah. We're going to expand outward.
Representing.
Yes. Yes. It's good to represent.
Oddly enough, yeah.
Yeah, in a weird, confusing, roundabout way.
Not in the best way, but
yeah.
I guess I should have known, because I kind of in a weird way ended up picking two of these movies, just because like you hadn't really decided on what, and so I kind of threw one out to you, and I'm not really sure what I was thinking, because I'll be honest, I didn't actually know what the one of them that I hadn't seen, I didn't actually know exactly what it was about. I just chose it because it was one that a lot of people told me was their favorite like Christmas movie. So like, I guess I don't know. We can get into that when we get there.
Yeah.
But one of these is a Hanukkah movie.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Representing.
Yeah. And I appreciate that. Next year, should we try for Kwanzaa? What do you think? I don't know. Like, are there any Kwanzaa movies?
Sure.
I'm sure there is.
I mean, yeah. We could try for sure.
Okay. Well, yeah, I guess I don't know. That might be something interesting to explore.
There's a little bit of Kwanzaa in the Hanukkah one we did. A lot of Kwanzaa presentation.
Yep.
There's a Rugrats special of Kwanzaa, apparently.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen it too. Yeah, I love Rugrats. I grew up with that shit. That was good.
I was trying to find a list, but there's not much.
Yeah, we might have to be creative when the time comes. You never know.
I don't even know what. I might be sounding stupid here, but I don't know what fucking religion Kwanzaa is in.
Yeah, I actually have to look that up. But I don't know. But I don't know. Can you guys think of any other Hanukkah movies? I'm not.
There's one just called Hanukkah, I think.
Nice.
It's
nice.
One of Sid Haig's last movies.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
That might be. I don't know. Maybe I'll choose it. I don't even know what it's. I'm not going to look up what it's about or anything. It might not even be about Hanukkah. Well, I guess before we talk about these, I kind of want to talk about some other Christmas movies that maybe aren't so depressing. And I guess I'm gonna start this off by asking.
Eight Crazy Nights. Sorry.
Oh,
that's a
yeah.
That's a great choice. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Hanukkah, that is one that is covered. I haven't seen 8 Crazy Nights in a long time. So that might be fun to rewatch. I don't know. When was the last time you guys saw it?
I think I watched it a couple years ago.
Yeah, probably about the same.
Okay.
I think probably caught it on TV, even on TV, something.
Nice.
That was another one I feel like was on Comedy Central a lot back in the day.
Yeah.
I think that's probably where I last saw it. Some Comedy Central, TBS, maybe.
Yeah, and actually, funnily enough, 2 of the movies we're talking about on this episode are movies that have often been on the Comedy Central channel. So that's kind of, I don't know, that's kind of interesting. Like maybe we should maybe I don't know, there might be a canon of Comedy Central Holiday that we might be able to tap a bit,
Yeah.
But what I was going to say, I'm going to ask the big question that everybody seems to be asking these days for some reason Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? I don't. I may have brought this up before, but
Right.
yeah.
People say it. I don't. People say it. I don't think so. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
I'll say it is.
yeah. Well, they do say ho ho ho.
Just I don't know. Just
Is the ref a Christmas movie?
That's
right.
That's a good. I've been asking myself that question too ever since I saw it. So
It takes place on Christmas Eve,
exactly.
which is also a wild. Like, just I'll get into it when we talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely have
yeah.
some things to say about it. But what was that?
I mean, I know people like to say, I mean, and yes, it does take place, but just doesn't have that Christmas feel to me. Like, I love Die Hard. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just doesn't, just the fact that it takes place on Christmas.
Yeah. And
I don't know if it necessarily can, I don't know. That's just my opinion. I just don't get that feel. It's like a feel, a vibe. And I don't know. I just feel like people say it because it's fun, silly to say that Die Hard's a Christmas movie. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it has Christmas music, it has Christmas decorations. I do agree that it's not really necessarily about the spirit of Christmas, though. I mean, although I will say the first 30 minutes, I think, do a good job of establishing the Christmas time, and the fact that he's traveling to meet his wife and family who he's somewhat estranged from, but he's only doing it because it's Christmas. So Christmas is kind of the genesis of the plot. But in the end, though, you are pretty much correct that after the first 30 minutes, it descends into horror and chaos and violence. And although I guess you could say the two movies that we talk, all three of these movies really on this show kind of do that too, Yeah, but Die Hard does it in a much more specific way, like that's more of a suspense thriller that happens to take place on Christmas. So it's hard to say. Oh, but so many people I know watch it on Christmas, though. That's the thing. Like, so I think maybe it didn't initially start off as being a Christmas movie, but as time has gone on, it somehow has found its way into the lexicon of holiday stuff. So
yeah, that's what I was trying to. That was the point I was trying to make. Is didn't necessarily, but I think it's like just more of like a internet. I don't know internet, but pop culture kind of. Die Hard, the best Christmas movie. Like, I don't know. I mean, it's a great movie. I love Die Hard, but is it the best Christmas movie? I don't know.
I will say that also another thing, and I'm sorry, I keep giving reasons why it's a Christmas movie, even though I do pretty much inherently agree with you. Another thing, I know somebody who owns the movie on, I think, either DVD or Blu-ray, and they bought it from, I'm pretty sure, like Walmart or some place like that, and it came in like special holiday gift wrap packaging, like faux slipcover thing that says like "Celebrate the holidays with Die Hard," and so corporate stores, they consider it a Christmas movie.
I mean, I could see that
John
being.
McClane. Oh yeah.
I can see that being just a marketing thing because the internet has run away with the idea that yes, it is a Christmas movie, and then I bet some executive somewhere was like, oh, let's take it and go, like, put some packaging, re-release it for some more bucks.
Well, okay, I will say though, you guys, because my favorite thing about that movie, honestly, is Alan Rickman, Hans Gruber. Like, he's like one of my favorite villains of all time. Like, I kind of like get flustered whenever I think of him, just because he's so scary and intense. But I love his voice. And if you ever find like a Christmas doll of Hans Gruber with a Santa hat or whatever, and a button that has his voice, please buy it for me. Like,
do those exist?
Probably not, but if you never know, if either you on your travels, because you never know, and you happen to find one, please, I want it. So
only if you throw it off your roof.
Okay. Yeah, I'll film it.
Afterwards.
I'll film it. I'll put my slow motion and everything. I'll do it. So
Yeah.
but yeah, and then I mentioned kind of before we started recording, not too long ago, I rewatched It's a Wonderful Life. And that movie, even though it is about a pretty dark subject of self-removal, I guess you could say.
Can't say the actual word on YouTube, yeah.
Unfortunately, which is frustrating.
Wild.
You know? Yeah,
YouTube has stupid fucking.
Yeah. YouTube, you piss me off. I hate censorship.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't
Anyway,
get internet at this point.
Yeah. Basically, it's like you can't be mean to people, I guess. But I don't know. I feel like talking about the subject is important, and that's
absolutely
one of the most,
yeah. It's just insane to me, like why YouTube censors that. It's like a lot of the times it's important subject matter, and they just like
it really is.
I don't get it. I just don't get why they censor that shit.
Yeah, it's important to be honest about the topic, and it's important to be confrontational about the topic. And It's a Wonderful Life actually nails it. It's probably one of the bravest, which is weird because it's such an old movie, but it's probably one of the bravest explorations of the topic I've seen, because you experience this one person's life and you basically see every single reason why he's pretty much ready at that point to make the decision that he wants to make. And then he ends up pretty much finding some kind of degree of self-salvation and reckoning in like a rather in a way that I find very true to the spirit of Christmas. I think it's a very brave, beautiful movie. And Jimmy Stewart, he survived the war. He was he's somebody who had war trauma in real life. So I feel like there's, a certain degree of reality there in his portrayal of George Bailey. It's a masterpiece. It's really one of the best movies ever. And I think
I haven't seen it. I should watch it. Yeah.
Check it out. Take a look at it. Watch it. Watch it on Christmas if you want.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, for my movie, what I watch generally, so might have to take a break, like maybe an intermission.
Yeah.
It is like, I think you guys know, everyone. It's A Christmas Story.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have that shit on repeat. Like it started with the 24 hours of A Christmas Story on whatever CBS or whatever, but just so many goddamn commercials. So I bought like 3 different versions on a few different streaming sites. I have like the Blu-ray of it. And, like I just put it on repeat, just keep hitting it up. In the back, I definitely give it a few watches straightforward, just watching it, and then it's just on. That's like it just is for me, it's just like the quintessential like feel of Christmas. Like it takes place like what in the 50s.
I think so.
Made in the 80s, but like it is like what you feel as it's an American movie, like capitalist kind of, but it's still like what it represents what children feel like and what I felt like as a kid experiencing Christmas. Like, it's just like it captures it so well, and it's just also just really well written. There's just like so many jokes that are just like that are like adults get it. Like it's like definitely like I feel like the older you get, you can understand it more. Like as a kid, you watch it and it's, oh, this is cool. It's funny, it's nice. But like as an adult, there's just so many more like layered joke, like really well written layered jokes that are just so good. I have kind of a very complicated history with that movie, but in the end I really do love it. I think it's a beautiful remembrance of
of childhood, and like you said, I mean, sure, I guess one could try to like look for like the whole capitalism thing as being part of it, but I don't know. My feeling is it's a distinct memory of somebody really wanting something for Christmas, and it's a movie that is playful with the memory. It has fun with it. I always love like coming of age stories where like you see the characters' fantasies and like that's what I love about Wonder Years and a lot of stuff like that. And
yeah, it is a coming of age story too. Like he grows up, he realizes that shit isn't always how you would picture it.
Yeah, the world is imperfect and often dysfunctional, and I think that's partially why I have a bit of a complicated history with it, because some aspects of it remind me of the things I don't like about Christmas, like how just frenzied a time that kind of thing can be, and just little things like that. I mean, the movie really nails all the details of what Christmas can often feel like how time often feels like it's going slow at school and stuff like that.
Because it takes place over a few days, but like the school part, the bits are like it's only a couple days of school, but it feels like forever. You're like waiting to get out, and
and so much happens in it that it feels like an epic. It feels I mean, I wouldn't say it's like on the scale of like Lord of the Rings, but it makes it's a reminder of how much larger the world feels when you're little, basically. So
absolutely, like it revolves around that kind of feeling. Like it's so important. The kid year revolves around it is like a quote that he says, and it's like that's kind of true. Like I remember like we were all waiting for Christmas all year.
I agree.
It is like I was talking about it yesterday with my friends that came over, and I was just like, it's not just one of my favorite Christmas movies. It's just one of my favorite movies in general. Like, because it's, I don't know, it's just so well written and just a lot of, it's just good. It's just so fucking good.
It really is,
and that's why I went hard on like when we did that fake A Christmas Story 2.
The unofficial sequel.
It was such bullshit. Yeah.
Did you see the actual good one?
Yes.
The one that came out?
The actual HBO one was good.
I heard it was good. I still haven't watched it, but it sounded good. I did see the one the Summer Story or whatever a long time ago. But I don't want to talk about that one, to be honest. That's
we won't talk about two either.
Let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about either.
Might have seen it. I don't remember though. But
well, it's definitely one to forget for sure. So. What about you, Zach? Do you have any favorites?
Probably my favorite Christmas is Home Alone for sure.
Oh, that's good shit. That's good shit. Yeah.
Always had the VHS at home. The score is so good. Just everything.
Yeah, I do enjoy Home Alone, and I've actually seen the second movie even more times for some reason. Like, I don't even know why.
The Donald Trump of it.
Pretty much. He is in that, isn't he?
Yeah.
Home Alone is good, and Home Alone 2 is good. And I know, controversial opinion. I know a lot of people hate it, but I actually thought Home Alone 3 was pretty good. I didn't mind that.
I like 3.
Yeah, it was fine.
Yeah. The thing with the RC car was neat. Like, I don't know, it wasn't that bad. So.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
The other 2 or 3, you just forget about those.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that there was like a fourth one that was like made for TV. Actually, I think the rest of them. I know like 4 and 5 were like made for TV. It's like no thanks.
And
then
then
this,
like Disney Plus did one or something.
yeah, and
Really?
apparently that's the worst one. Like that one apparently is worse than 4 and 5, which is interesting. Like,
It's a feat. It's
Yeah.
hard to do.
yeah, actually, apparently some people like 5, but I don't know. I'm
Is
I'm
that the
not
one
gonna
with-
watch it. I don't think.
No, never mind. There.
Oh,
I don't know which one that.
yeah. I know 4 had that dude from Inspector Gadget in it. The second one, the Inspector Gadget 2, the guy who played the Claw in the first Inspector Gadget, who for whatever reason played Inspector Gadget.
It's
in
like
the second
Ferris
one.
Bueller.
No, not Matthew Broderick.
Like, what? I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I wanted to say Dietrich Bader, but it's a guy that looks similar to him.
Oh.
Right? Am I thinking of the same thing?
You might be, yeah, actually. Yeah, and the French movie, the Dial Code Santa Claus, I thought that was pretty incredible. You know?
Yeah.
Speaking of like Christmas epics, holy crap. But yeah, like, you know what the best Christmas movie of all time is, though. Honestly, let's just be real. Silent Night, Deadly Night 2.
Yes.
All right.
Of course.
Yeah. I remember we talked about that on our first Christmas episode. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, and we also talked about like what was it, Elves? What was that really?
Elves.
That was one that I really couldn't stand. Was that the one that was all like incest and crap, like with
Yeah.
Nazis and all?
With, what's his name? Shit.
It was the dude from Dr. Alien. I'm not remembering. Was it Dan? No.
Dan Haggerty.
Yeah, Dan Haggerty.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Although-
that's not the person I was thinking of, but yeah, what was that?
Say another one we did that I watched. I think I've watched every year since we did it. It was Santa's Sleigh.
Oh, that was good.
That was good.
Yeah. Yeah. That was one of the best.
I was showing people the opening clip at work. They're laughing their ass off.
That is one of the best opening scenes of all time. And Fran Drescher getting her face bashed in or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. So I think every holiday episode we've chosen at least one foreign film. There was that one Christmas episode that we did that had the Russian film, the Jack Frost, Morsko, whatever. It was like a musical. That was a weird one with the witch dancing on the UFO, doing the hula, and like acting all seductive and erotic. That was a weird movie. Yeah.
I don't remember it.
Oh, okay. Maybe you blocked it out.
I don't remember a lot of movies.
Oh, God. Yeah, I love that one so much. I bought it. I bought a DVD of it. Like, I loved it.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
And then I think we talked about. Oh, what was that you were about to say?
I was just looking at our list.
Yeah.
Rare exports. That was a foreign one.
Oh yeah. Yep. That was a foreign one. That was what was that? That wasn't Norwegian. That was. I don't remember what that was. Was it? I can't remember.
Finland, Norway.
Oh, that was it. Yeah, so I guess it was kind of Finnish, Norway. Yeah, that was a really strange one, but I liked it. It kind of reminded me of like Amblin Pictures a little bit. Like, yeah. Oh, that was one we did on our first episode too.
I remember the title.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It was the one with all the Santa clones and. Yeah, there's a lot of Santa ones we've done. But anyway, I should have looked at a list, but oh well. Anyway, I think I chose Christmas Evil at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do have a letterbox list going.
Yeah. Oh, okay, good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Keep track. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we've talked about multiple Jack Frosts. We talked about the 1998 one, both the 1998 one, the
horror and the family.
Yep. So we've talked about a Russian Jack Frost, slasher Jack Frost, and a family Jack Frost. That's brilliant. No, I'm glad we've talked about so many crazy Christmas movies. You know, you guys have really expanded my mind.
There's still plenty more to go too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So all you viewers out there, you better brace yourselves because we're not done yet. Yeah.
Like my thought for one of we chose a different one because I didn't think of one, but the one I was thinking is one of the Air Buddy, one of the Christmas Air Bud.
I would love to watch an Air Bud movie.
I almost picked it, but you gave me this one. I was like, all right, yeah, we'll do that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, I haven't watched Air Bud in so long.
No.
Dang. All right. Well, I don't know. Maybe we should watch that at some point. But before that, I guess we should finally. We've been beating around the bush long enough. I guess we should probably jump into these things here. So I guess we'll start with we'll go from chronological date again, which I guess would mean that we start with the one that you quasi chose.
The Ref?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll start with the Ref.
I think we should end with, I don't know if it's in chronological, the one you chose.
Okay, we could do that.
Because that one probably has the most meat on the bones of something to talk about.
Okay, yeah. We'll do that one last. We'll do this one first. We'll do you'll do your choice, Zach, next, and then we'll end with the one that I chose. So
Yeah.
Okay. The Ref.
So I chose this one because I didn't think of one to choose, and then it was one Tristan, it was on your list and I just, all right, yeah, fuck it, why not? And it's a star-studded cast.
Very 90s cast.
It has Dennis Leary. It has that one dude that is not good.
Yeah, he's been in the news a lot lately.
Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, pretty much. And I guess technically Dennis Leary is somebody people don't really want to talk about these days either. He
hasn't done much bad. I mean, actual bad. He's an asshole, but
But I mean, the thing is, at the end of the day, I am a big fan of both of these actors acting specifically. I don't give a crap about who they are, but their acting, I'm pretty fond of, honestly. And I gotta say, both of them did a great job in this film. So so
hard to.
It's hard to. Yeah, I know it's hard to ignore for sure, but I feel like I can put myself in the head of how I felt, before back then, and kind of my overall feelings. I feel pretty okay with. I don't know. I got into this movie, I gotta say. So
yeah, it was that's the thing is I liked it, but there isn't much. It's really hard to go into a discussion about it because it's more of a character kind of It's we just a lot of it's just. So what did it? Okay. Let's just start with what it is. It's It does take place on Christmas Eve.
Yes.
Which also was confusing to me because so it starts off in couples counseling. It's about two people in a marriage, a dysfunctional marriage, and they're just not having a good go at it. But one thing that just threw me out immediately was they're going to couples counseling on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
The counselor was a BD Wong.
Oh yeah.
Which is funny because also the doctor's name was Wong.
Yeah.
So they just didn't. I don't know if they even really tried, but like I like BD Wong and he's a good actor, but I don't remember him being in anything much newer than this. Like he's definitely come up harder and come up better in like recent times, but like BD Wong, hey,
and I mean there's always Mulan, you know, but I mean I know that's technically like voice work, which I know some people kind of think is a little differently, but his voice though, I mean his voice is a pretty iconic part of that movie at the end of the day, in my opinion, you know, kind of like how James Earl Jones sort of defines the Lion King a little bit. But yeah, no, I definitely
and Darth Vader.
Oh yeah, and Darth Vader, yeah, for sure. Yeah,
but yeah, so it's that's one thing that kind of took me out. Is like I don't think I don't think any type of therapist is open like during the entire Christmas week. It's just a little.
Not these days, you know. Maybe if things were different in the 90s. Who knows?
Right, charging a little extra.
It's a little extra cash. And so these two, Kevin Spacey and his wife.
Yeah, who actually it's actually another, I would say, kind of 90s icon, Judy Davis. I definitely I remember her in multiple movies back then. So, and she's somebody who I haven't really thought about in a long time, but I've always liked her work. I remember her in Barton Fink and Naked Lunch, and I don't know. I mean, I'd like to see her in stuff again. I think she might have been in Marie Antoinette. That might have been the last thing I saw her in. But anyway, I thought she was great in this movie too. You know, like I said, I am a fan of the cast at the end of the day, as far as their acting is concerned. So.
Yeah, it was a good cast. It was a star-studded cast.
Yeah,
for a weird, just weird. Well,
yeah, I mean, so I am a bit puzzled by this one because all right, two things. This played on Comedy Central, like you mentioned, Zach, a lot, right? You definitely remember it being on TV a lot. Yeah, and you said you saw it around that time back then?
Yeah, probably around double feature with the other movie we're going to talk about.
Oh, yeah. No, of course.
Definitely played a lot.
Yeah, the next one, yeah. All right, yeah.
Okay.
Cool. So, yeah, I always thought that this was like a kind of straight up laugh out loud type of, almost screwball type comedy or black comedy type movie. And also the fact that a lot of people have told me to my face specifically that this is their favorite Christmas movie, dead face. I was always curious about this one because of that. But every time it was Christmas, it just, for whatever reason, I never got around to it, or it never came up, or I was just like, But now that I've watched it, I don't know. Is this a comedy? That's kind of my biggest question, because it does have Dennis Leary in it, who's funny. Yeah, I mean, he's the king of, or was the king of monologues back then. But even for him, this is some pretty dour material. I don't know. What is it exactly that clicked with this movie and with people?
I would say it is a comedy.
Okay. I mean, I did laugh.
There was funny shit. Maybe a tragic comedy? Is that a thing?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Shakespeare did that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
So maybe kind of that in that kind of sphere.
Yeah, for sure.
And yeah, it's just because it's most of it is just so yeah, like I said, they do couples counseling.
Mm-hmm.
And most of it in general is just them working out their shit.
Yeah.
in a weird kind of way, because the I don't know, the B plot that kind of just intertwines into the main plot of these Dennis Leary is a thief, like a professional thief that tries to rob one of, like, it takes place in like this little town that everyone knows each other, but there's this one rich dude, and he's stealing things, and Dennis Leary comes off as like this he's portrayed as this super thief that knows everything in it, but like it goes like completely sideways the place he's robbing, which is wild to me, that he doesn't he just fucks up the robbery, like from start to end. I'm like, are you really just a professional thief? That, like, there was like so he's stealing this stuff from this guy, and then there was a ring that just looked out of place, and I was like, hold on, that's a trap, and he pulls it, and it has like a tripwire kind of thing, that activates a camera that he tries to fuck with, but then it has, I think he even calls it like some Looney Tune kind of trapdoor thing.
He does it later at one point. And
he's like, oh, that's no, if you were a good thief, you would have probably noticed that everything else looked like, oh, stealable, but that was specifically kind of out of, it was just specifically kind of set there to, maybe I don't like, if he's a professional thief, like that's what his thing was, and it's like, don't touch that. That looks specifically out of place. Like, I don't. And he already had a bunch of shit. Like, you don't need that one more ring,
right?
But so he pulls it. It activates literally a Looney Tunes trapdoor underneath him. He gets sprayed with cat piss immediately. Also, when he starts, and that's the whole running gag.
That he smells like cat piss.
It's like a running gag throughout the whole thing. So that's basically like, and
that's the premise, or that's sort of that's the setup, or no, that's the inciting incident, and then
and so eventually, like, he gets out. He has to not fight off a dog, but escape from a dog.
Or was it a cat?
It was a dog.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right.
Because I remember, like, one of the things he tried to get away, like, he tried to play fetch with it, like, trying to get it away with a pool ball.
Right.
And then the dog just decimates the pool ball in his gun. He's like, oh, shit. He does get away. He has a getaway driver. His partner gets freaked out because the alarms are going off, so his partner just drives off. And then so they meet up, the Dennis Leary and the couple.
He encounters them at a gas station. Like, she goes in to like buy like some kind of grocery or something.
It's a little convenience kind of store. Kevin Spacey and Judy Davis. After their meeting again, weird. Like, this is what like made me kind of just. Again, I'm probably beating a dead horse, but say like. Would they do couples counseling on Christmas Eve? I don't know.
Well, I mean, maybe they're just desperate because they're about to have family over, and they've kind of reached a point where they've just become completely unmanageable together, and they're like, we got to figure out a way to fix this. Like, we got to actually figure out a way to have at least one conversation, But regardless, I mean, he ends up sort of taking her. He like points a gun at her, and that kind of, and then goes into their car, but he doesn't realize that he just trapped himself.
He fucked himself over by getting into these, like, because while they're he takes the wife, and he says, take me to her house, kind of thing, and then during the entire, like, the drive home, they're arguing, and it's like, and Dennis Leary's in the back seat. He's like, oh no, what have I gotten myself into?
Yep.
Like these people, like he's like, what is wrong with you people? Why do you like? How is this like? What are you fucking doing?
Yeah.
Like, there's just arguments, and Dennis Leary is just like flabbergasted at the fact that these people are together. It's like, what is wrong with you guys? Like, how is this happening?
Yeah, it's a very grotesque coupling, you know.
Yeah, yeah. So they get back to their house.
Yeah.
And like this is where like it's hard to talk about in this kind of situation because it is just a lot of not a lot happens. Not a lot really actually like happens.
Yeah.
It's just just character development, them getting the couple getting through, they're just talking about their shit. And I think the reason why it's called The Ref is that Dennis Leary kind of plays an intermediary between these two couples.
Yeah, you're right.
Kind of helps them out in a way, in some weird ass way.
Yeah, in a really strange roundabout way. It pretty much. All right, so it's basically two people who really just they've reached a point in their relationship where they're pretty much getting off on hurting each other, and it was obvious. It's something that obviously didn't like happen out of nowhere. It's something that kind of developed over time, you know, because they both remember specifically a time when they both actually got along with each other. Mm-hmm. But they've reached the point where they can't even stand to be in the same room as one another, you know. Yeah. And you know, Christmas tends to be so. This movie is, I would say, a Christmas movie in the sense that it's kind of touching on the idea that like Christmas tends to be a time where a lot of people pretend to love each other. But I mean, love is a complicated thing. And oftentimes I think a lot of folks do try to like make things work during the holiday season. And this is a film that sort of takes that idea to the extreme, you know? So
tensions are generally high. And then you have to, and then another thing is that they were going to host a dinner party for their family. Mm-hmm. That's kind of in the background, kind of, And they're coming over, which gives like a twist to the Dennis Leary taking them hostage, and they have a son who is
dysfunctional as well.
Yes, like he is like I wouldn't say like a master, but he's a bad guy. Like I wouldn't say I don't know.
He's not bribing. He blackmail. Right?
Blackmailing. Yeah, he's smart. He's a smart delinquent.
Yeah.
They sent because he had trouble, so they sent him off to like a military school. Mm-hmm. And then at the military school he's thriving because he's blackmailing like I don't know how the actual military school works, but it's J.K. Simmons. Mm-hmm. He's like the principal. I don't think that's the actual term for
the drill sergeant or whatever.
Yeah. He's blackmailing him because he had so a lot of this has to do with I would say the overall theme of this movie is just the relationship, like dysfunctional relationships. So like everyone is in a weird ass relationship. Like so J.K. Simmons has been unfaithful to his wife with I don't know I didn't really get who this lady was. But their son had incriminating photos of J.K. Simmons with I don't know, just
a couple women, right?
Yeah. Something like that. And like
it was like full on porn basically.
Yeah. Like he had a dark room, right? That's what they called them.
Yeah, where he was developing like the literal photographs he had of J.K. Simmons, this 15-year-old, by the way. So I mean, so what's interesting about this film is that like Dennis Leary's character, obviously he's a criminal, but he's the only person in the movie who in the end ends up being trustworthy and honest. Mm-hmm. And because of that, he's actually able to kind of function as sort of an odd sort of moral guide for all these people who are just kind of disgusting and lying to each other. And so he's the only honest person in this group, and because of that honesty, he actually manages to make them see the light somewhat. He actually manages to bring some sort of meaning to, you know, their experience, which is like, it's dark, you know, it's a bleak story.
Oh, yeah.
But I do appreciate like the fact that it is sort of like a reverse morality tale, you know.
Right.
So
like he turns out generally to be the good guy.
Yeah.
Because he is the one that's doing the couples counseling kind of, but, like.
Yeah, because Judy Davis, you know, she's just completely exhausted by just how much emotional labor she's in and how she's constantly being criticized, you know. And then Kevin Spacey, he's basically just a huge mama's boy who basically, he's just a giant passive, you know, guy who's just very conflict avoidant. And then like the rest of their family pretty much just embodies all the cruelty that thrives under the cover of their tradition, you know. And so it's kind of an ironic movie, you know, because everybody in this movie, they're all making bad decisions, and they're all making, you know, they're all basically hurting each other in different ways. And so even though the criminal is mixed up with them, he ends up being the most morally righteous of them all. Like he ends up being the one who's more or less like sane, even, but and you get the sense that his criminality isn't. It was also kind of a process where he just, maybe he was poor, or I don't know. You just get the sense that he had a really dark, rough background, and that it kind of led him to this place.
Yeah, he says that he does it a lot. Like he says that it's a repeat thing. That he's a career criminal, and this is just another leg in his. Because he's like, I do this, and then I come. He goes to I don't remember, like some Jamaica, maybe I don't exactly remember where.
Yeah, something like that.
And then I come back and do it again, kind of thing. So it's like, okay, he's used to it. It's on a. That's his job, basically. Yeah, he's just
exactly.
He steals, makes money, chills for a year, and then comes back and does it again.
Yeah, basically, that's a good way to put it. So Zach, so what do you remember about what your feelings were about this movie? Like, what were your kind of like? What do you remember about how you felt before, if you remember anything?
I remember it being a lot funnier.
Yeah,
that was like early 2000s, so my sense of humor was a lot different.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, go on.
Yeah, I didn't find it that funny this time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
it's still decent, but I would have liked it to be a little funnier.
Yeah, it's a movie that feels very based in despair, you know.
Yeah.
And which I don't mind. I just wasn't really ready for this when I watched it, because like I do have to be a little bit in a more specific kind of mood to get into something like this, because there's so much going on under the surface that I actually love and really appreciate. And even the set design, actually, like the scene when they were all wearing candles on their head, like that was
cool.
That kind of reminded me a little bit of like Wes Anderson or something. Like it just had kind of a strange, not surreal, but just off. Like it just was off, but it was gorgeous. I agree.
Yeah, and I also noticed during that Dennis Leary, like I think it might have been like improv. I have to assume like he like took it, like he got, I think, like, because he was nurtured, like they moved into the room to stop like some type of argument, and he took his hat off, and like I think he got burned by some, like, maybe on set burned by some of the hot wax dripping on him, because Dennis Leary and Kevin Spacey and Judy Davis, they moved into the kitchen to argue some more, and like he was like nurturing, like, so, like he was definitely like nurturing like a wound that, like, I even saw like when it happened, like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
the wax the wax crown.
Yeah.
I think it was probably improv that they just rolled with,
Yeah.
because it looked like he was actually in pain, because he was like
Mm.
massaging it,
Yeah.
sucking on it, kind of like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Which I'm
Yeah.
surprised with, because that was also like, because it was really cool to look at. And I
Yeah.
think they kept it really well done,
Mm.
like consistent.
Yeah.
Like, because like I was trying to like I was even just watching, like, okay, like from like just f- a filmmaking perspective kind of thing, like, okay, like, are they refilling these things? But it honestly looked like they were kind of keeping them like at the same,
Yeah.
like, yeah, that was really good. Like, they
Yeah.
kept them honestly like at the same levels, like,
Mm-hmm.
so to people who haven't watched it, they wore like a crown
Yeah.
with candles
Mm-hmm.
that were, it was some Scandinavian shit,
Yeah.
like, because the wife did a bunch of different things, and one of her
Yeah.
things was like Scandinavian
Yeah.
history and stuff, and that was like some
Yeah.
type of ceremony. And like I was honestly impressed by like how the the continuity of it,
Yeah.
of that thing, because like honestly, like, I couldn't really find like you always see every, like, even just in like drink glasses, there'll be
Mm-hmm.
full empty, full empty, full
Yeah.
between takes, but like for this it was like the candles were basically chronologically of kept in place. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that's actually impressive that they kept it. Like, I'm assuming they didn't just do this all in like one take. Not, it
Yeah.
was definitely, it wasn't one take, but like,
Mm.
I was impressed by that kind of shot for sure, for in
Yeah.
filmmaking. Like,
Yeah.
they kept them reasonably in the same spots. Like, even people's like I forget, like, somebody, I think maybe even just it was Judy Davis's, the wife, like
Yeah.
a couple candles went out just
Yeah.
because of, and they kept the same exact candles lit that were still lit, but the
Yeah.
ones that went out just from, regular movement and
Yeah.
stuff, it was like, oh, this
Yeah.
is actually impressive, like, continuity, keeping track. I was like,
Yeah.
okay. That's,
That was a funny detail. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It was pretty.
Yeah.
I thought that was probably the most technical shit they did. Was
Yeah.
that candle crown stuff.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. And it was kind of an interesting juxtaposition just because the dialogue was so awful, like as far as just like what the people were saying and just how loaded a lot of it was. It almost felt like a movie that was made almost specifically for people who've managed to survive really tense family dinners or something, because there were times where it almost felt like a survival movie, like where the characters were just clawing at each other almost needlessly, and I mean the mom, I mean the thing is, yeah, I could see the whole overprotective thing, but I also thought she was kind of a sad character, honestly. And I don't know, I mean, I definitely understood like why the Judy Davis character had so many issues with her, though. I mean, it was clear that there was a lot of abuse there, just in general, and I think
and at Kevin Spacey's mom, you mean, or
just the psychological abuse from Kevin Spacey's mom to Judy Davis. You could really get the sense that there was a lot of that going on. That Kevin Spacey was pretty much just. Pretty much like almost like an accomplice, and like that's what it felt like at that point, like so two against one.
That is also one thing we haven't mentioned yet, is that they're hosting a dinner party with Kevin Spacey's mom, and then also Kevin Spacey's brother and in-law, and then their kids. So that was it was a time constraint because like Dennis Leary was trying to get out, like he was trying to, and like his partner was trying to get a boat ready and all that kind of stuff, but like it just didn't time up right. So Dennis Leary portrayed basically it was actually kind of funny. He portrayed the couple's therapist, Dr. Wong.
Yeah.
And like when the parents and when the in-laws came in, they were like Wong, and of course Dennis Leary is like a white, I think Irish. I think Irish.
Yeah, he seems pretty Irish to me.
And like there's like, wait, you're Wong? How? And I forget exactly what he said. I was like, yeah. Nope. Yeah. So that was his little. It was funny.
Yeah,
a little funny moment, but
it was.
He was So after, like, once the in-laws came in, he was portraying being their couples counseling, that their couples therapist that they for some reason invited to a holiday party.
Yeah,
like pretty sure that's a big no.
Yeah,
but they had to run with what they had with Dennis Leary putting a gun to them.
Yeah, pretty much. And like I mean there was some suspense, there was some tension eventually, but the Dennis Leary character, he does end up helping out the son, okay, so one thing I will say I wasn't too crazy about regarding this movie was the whole thing with the Santa guy, the guy dressed up like Santa who ends up kind of stumbling into the plot at the end. I don't know. That didn't feel necessary to me. I felt like that kind of was just conflict being thrown in for no reason. Yeah, like it's almost like they didn't quite know how to like escalate the situation, even though I already felt like things had already escalated like pretty much to their ultimatum, like at that point.
That didn't have to be put in. It was it was a drunk Santa that, like, he wasn't like the main part of his story wasn't even with them. It was like with another family that he just got super drunk at and
started behaving badly.
So I was like, you could have cut that entire bit, but I mean, I guess it was a 90-minute movie, I think. So maybe they had to put some fluff in to make it.
Probably. And those scenes, I mean, you put them on commercials, on Comedy Central, like it does kind of make it look like a totally different movie, but that's also kind of the issue, is that they kind of felt out of place because it was such a small, tiny, minuscule part of the movie. And and I mean, me, we've watched plenty of them at this point, movies about bad Santas, like Santa behaving badly or some guy dressed as Santa doing something crazy or whatever. Like, we've seen Christmas Evil, we've seen Silent Night, Deadly Night, and so like I feel like if there had been more of that, like I could have gotten into it, but there was so little of it. It was just kind of gross.
I think it was just fluff.
Yeah.
Like, so he came off too, like in the beginning as a like everyone likes him. The town loves him because he's always the Santa. He's giving out, like he gave the main family every year. He gives the main family a fruit cake. Is that the
fruit cake?
Which
a lot of people don't like.
And
I like fruit cakes, but I'm weird
I don't think I've ever really had it.
Yeah,
he gives them that, and he comes off nice and sweet. And then he's at another house and is super drunk, is scaring the kids. He's playing Santa, scaring the kids because he's super drunk, and like and he eventually is like pissing in their yard, and then like and then he comes back to the main people's house and is like, you never appreciate us given our gift of the fruit. And it's funny because like it's at a point where like Dennis Leary is getting like it's getting to a point where like they have to tie people up
Yeah.
because they start seeing through the ruse eventually, and like Dennis Leary has like a gun out to people, and then once he comes in, he like hides it, and he's like that Santa's like super drunk and like "Rah, rah, 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 rah." Wait,
Yeah.
you had a gun, didn't you? You just had a gun, and he was like, no, not me.
Yeah. 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 I mean, and eventually things work out with his associate there at like his getaway driver.
Yes,
And
he finds kind of a love interest.
Mm-hmm.
He finds like their plan was to get a boat at the local boat yard, and he's looking around and he kind of like wanders onto a boat, but there's a lady on it.
Yeah.
They seem to have a thing, a little love interest.
Yeah.
That's that's where it goes.
Yeah. It was kind of cool, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, spoiler alert, but the bad guy gets away, you know. Which
Dennis Leary gets away.
Yeah,
I liked it.
Yeah, I didn't mind it. You know, the family even helps him.
Yeah, the family comes to like him because he helps them. Like honestly, like not necessarily like just in like he helps them work through their marital problems and stuff, and
he doesn't necessarily heal their tension, but he does manage to actually. I mean, he breaks through, and so I appreciate it because it kind of made the film a lot less nihilistic. You know, it made it kind of more about how it's about the importance of family and about how, you know, sometimes some families can get so vicious without realizing it that it takes an outside party or someone who, you know, either cares about them or somebody who's completely uninvolved or whatever. Sometimes it takes, you know, the goodness of somebody else to see that.
The ref, like he was completely removed from the situation in general, but like he was put into it, and then he was like, "You guys are fucked up. Like, what is wrong with you people? You're supposed to be a family," kind of thing. And like, so he kind of was a mediator for them and helped them out, and like they went out of their way to, so the cops were closing in, there was this curfew, and the cops were going from house to house to look for Dennis Leary, and like, the family went out of their way to help him escape. Like the son, at one point, basically, at the end of the movie, the in-laws, it's actually kind of funny, like because they were shitting, like there's a bunch of monologues at the end, and Kevin Spacey basically shat on his mom and's like, no, I'm done. He stood up to his mom finally. He was a mama's boy. He stood up to his mom, and then they taped her up. It was funny because and the sister-in-law was also like kind of giving shit to was getting shit, but then she gave shit back, and then his brother also was kind of a mama's boy as well, and like he stood up to his mom kind of as well. Like the mom was an absolute bitch. So they all, you know, stood up and rallied against her, and then like taped her up, and like the cousins of the kid, the nephew and niece of Kevin Spacey were the ones that taped her up and were having fun with it. But then it just ends up with like they kind of did a fake little thing, like, oh, like the son took Dennis Leary out through a back way and through the woods to get him escaped, and Kevin Spacey and his wife Judy Davis, they faked that they were captured, they hid. It was funny. They hid that that their whole other family was tied up and gagged in the other room, and then it was like a play on them. Just like I don't know if it was just a play on argumenting with each other, and like the cops were like, no, okay, we don't have to search the rest of the room. You like because they were just arguing with each other of just stupid shit, but yeah, eventually, they helped Dennis Leary escape.
Mm-hmm.
And
it was nice.
Yeah, they appreciated it after being taken hostage by him. They appreciated what he did for their family. The son liked him. He wanted to go with them because he was a con artist and wanted to, go with him to, I don't exactly remember where, but he's like, I got $11,000. I can help you out. But he's like, nah, you're not. You're a kid. Just do your kid stuff. And
you don't have to rush to grow up. Yeah. Which is another good message, honestly. So, I mean, I think, Dennis Leary learned all the wrong lessons and had a thing or two to teach all these people. And I, in a weird way, I found it to be a rather beautiful story.
It was cute.
Yeah. And so even though it is dark and not the most fun movie to sit through, I think I'd probably give it like a 3.5, honestly, because like I like the characters and the dialogue enough that I would actually probably enjoy seeing like a theater production of this almost. Like it's just got that kind of energy that. It wasn't what I was in the mood for, but I think I can understand why some people like this movie so much, because it does have a lot of emotional honesty in it. And sometimes it really feels good to watch a movie that has that type of thing in it, So I didn't enjoy the characters. I didn't enjoy spending time with them, but I really loved the performances.
I think that's part of the point is you don't enjoy because I like one of the themes that I saw was it was mostly just dysfunctional from all around, from every character, just dysfunctional marriages, dysfunctional partnerships, from the main characters to the brother and his wife. They were having spats. The drunken Santa who was he had his own problems with his wife too. It was just like different aspects of dysfunctional marriages and stuff like that. I think that's kind of what they're going for. Like, and like for a holiday movie, it's a little bit more not as, I don't know. I liked it. It's not as like joyful kind of thing, but
I would say it's a very Dennis Leary Christmas movie is what I'd say. Like you picture a Dennis Leary Christmas movie, and this is basically 100% like this is the Dennis Leary Christmas movie. Like that's what I would call it.
And even the cop too, the main cop. He's a famous dude. I forget what his name is, but he also was. I like him. A shitty husband. I think he even was cheating on his wife.
My goodness.
There was that whole sequence where like or not sequence, but like he was like, so there was like he had trouble, like he was having trouble with I don't know, like I forget exactly, but like lawyers and stuff. And he said to his lawyer, I fucked your wife. He was like, so there was that was the main point that I kind of got is it's a movie of like just fucked up relationships kind of thing.
He kind of illustrates how institutions often fail, as far as like being polite and well-meaning, and like the cop is well-meaning, but he's also just completely distracted, and he's more interested in routine than actual like true, like what's actually like happening. And
I completely forgot about that little side plot. It was like it's a small town cop that wants to do the actual work, but it's a small town, so nothing ever happens. So they're not trained to do it. And so they bring in the state police, and he's like, I don't want to. And then there's that little funny bit of they had like a tape of the actual evidence of Dennis Leary. Like, so like when he stole it, there was a camera on him. And he was like, watch this, I have to go take a call. and the police were like, okay, yeah. And they switched off.
That was funny.
To like a holiday movie of some sort.
Yep, It's a Wonderful Life.
Was it A Wonderful Life?
I think so, yeah.
And they accidentally recorded over the evidence of like the actual evidence of like Dennis Leary stealing this shit, and it was,
oh gosh, yeah. So I'd give it a 3.5 overall, though. Yeah,
I think that's where I'd probably 3. I'd probably say 3. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say 3.
Yeah. I mean, I think as a story about like dysfunctional families, definitely some of Judy Davis's, like finest acting, I'd say, is, as far as these kind of movies go, and then like as far as Kevin Spacey goes, this, in a way almost functions as sort of like an odd roundabout, like precursor to American Beauty, which is also about like dysfunctional families, but that's more about like dysfunction in suburbia and like the darkness that lies, behind the guise of normalcy. And this is about that, but this is more about Dennis Leary jumping in and basically creating a Christmas miracle.
Yeah. It was fun. I liked it. It was cute.
Yeah.
And it was vulgar too. I mean, it's rated R.
Yeah. And there's definitely
R-rated, like, and I was surprised by, I mean, just to cap it off, there was just one F slur for I was like, whoa, that came out of like, maybe it's the 90s kind of like, I was like, holy shit. Like the cop just like straight up called like, it was the homosexual F slur. Oh my god, whoa, okay, we're going there. I mean, I mean, it's a different time, but like shit.
Well, I feel like there was an 80s movie that was PG that I may have even heard that word in. What was it, like Weird Science or something like that, or maybe 16 Candles? I don't even remember. But
I mean, the 80s get away with a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, they sure do. I guess it was before the invention of the PG-13. So but no, this is a very R-rated comedy. I would agree. So.
Oh yeah, they're swearing a bunch.
Yeah. So it's kind of cool because like the movie, I mean, it does kind of feel like it doesn't have a whole lot to offer, and doesn't seem like there's much to say about it. But I don't know. I kind of feel like we did kind of find quite a bit of substance here.
I was surprised.
Yeah,
how much we were able to extract from it, because it is very simple. I would say like a lot of it is just. Yeah, the couple arguing. There isn't really like action. There isn't like a lot of things happening. But it is. Yeah, it's about just. But I do like that also. It's just couples. A whole like
Yeah. Although I will say, if you happen to have deep feelings about fire detectors, don't watch this movie.
Fire detectors?
Because he shoots a fire detector.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
don't think he shoots anything else, but he shoots a fire detector. All right. So now that we've talked about the ref, we're going to discuss the second choice that that you actually made, Zach, for our holiday special. So go right ahead.
Yeah, another one that was frequently on Comedy Central. The Hebrew Hammer.
Yes. Now, had you seen this one before?
I had, yeah.
Okay, cool. And yeah, did you felt like watching it again?
Yeah, I don't think I had seen it since it's been on Comedy Central.
Nice.
So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, I like the
another
cast. What was that?
another one that didn't age too well for me, but this one kind of a little worse.
Mm, I could see why. I'm actually not sure if I've seen this or not, but like when I looked it up, I noticed that I rated it 1 star. And so I was like, well, I don't really remember it. And I watched it and I think I understand why I don't remember it, you know. So,
I
but I
mean,
don't know.
I just watched it a week ago and I don't remember much of it.
Yeah.
It's a weird one.
Mm. Yeah.
Like, yeah.
It's a very specific kind of it's kind of aiming for a very specific kind of laughter, you know. It's basically like a blaxploitation type movie, like Superfly or one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Except the joke is, instead of it being like a pimp or something like that, it's a Jewish guy, basically. Like,
yeah. If you want a good blaxploitation parody, watch Black Dynamite.
Yes, yes, 100% agree. Black Dynamite is really about as good. That's about as funny as comedies get. Like, not only is that as good as spoofs get, that's probably about as funny as comedies get, in my opinion. Yeah. I don't think I've laughed harder at any movie. Well, maybe I have, but that movie made me laugh a lot, though.
I
like,
love that movie.
Yeah. And, you know, I know not everybody likes I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, but there are things in that movie that I do laugh at, admittedly, you know, even though it's not like my go-to, you know, Chris Rock. I mean, his little moment in that film, like, I always remember that. And yeah, but yeah, I guess, yeah, it's a very one-note movie, you know. It's yeah, a blaxploitation style Jewish superhero who saves Hanukkah, you know,
and Kwanzaa,
you know, which is nice. You know, I like that he does that. So it's it's clever, you know. It's a clever idea at the beginning, you know, but
very of its time.
Yeah, it just kind of ends up sort of repeating the joke, though, and there is like a lot of, you know, there are some fun references, you know, to like Jewish culture and Hanukkah and actually, you know, I have Jewish family members who I just got back from celebrating Hanukkah with, and so there were some things that, like, there were moments and gags in this that I got, you know, like I thought I understood them. I still didn't really laugh at them, though, you know.
I understood them, but I wasn't sure if I'm allowed to laugh at them.
Yeah.
Like like that's what I got from it. It was like, is this a movie for me? Because I'm not Jewish.
Yeah.
So I kind of like felt like this might be for the Jewish people. Like, I think it's because it was made. It was a Jewish made movie, like, by Adam Goldberg, who is
I love Adam Goldberg personally.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
But I was like, there were bits and stuff that I got and were funny, and I'm just like, can I laugh at this not being a Jewish person?
I mean, it feels kind of strange. Yeah. And so I would imagine, like, you know, if I were Jewish and I was like really immersed in Judaism and stuff like that and grew up in a Jewish family, like, I could imagine there were probably some things in this that tickled that I would find, you know, funny. But
yeah,
I do admit I do feel a little bit removed from the kind of the overall, like, I thought some of the, like, the story concepts were funny. I just felt the execution, though, just ended up being kind of weightless. Like, it's one of those comedies that doesn't really, it feels like it's trying to be risky, but it also kind of doesn't feel very risky at all, you know, like, and that's not to say that it doesn't have like good, like, cast, and it has the most wholesome funny man in the entire world that, you know, has never done a wrong thing in his entire life, Andy Dick.
Oh my god. That was fucking funny. just to see him pop up.
Yeah.
I was not
Not,
expecting that.
not really even acting, just reading the lines.
Yeah.
Just you be Andy Dick. And
Yeah. And do your Andy Dick thing. And he does, Yeah, I mean, the targets are obvious. The holiday commercialism, there's a lot of stereotypes. There's some Santa mythology that is kind of poked at. But it's pretty soft as far as comedies go. Like, it's, it kind of feels like, I mean, was it made for TV? Maybe that would explain it, like.
It might have been.
it feels
The DVD I bought does say Comedy Central presents.
Okay.
So I'm wondering if it was made for Comedy Central.
Okay.
Probably, if it says, I would have to imagine, because it did feel like a made for TV movie.
Yeah. I guess I think, all right. I think that's one of the many things, though, about like spoof movies that kind of tend to bum me out a lot of the time. I mean, unless they're as good as something like Black Dynamite. One of the things I often don't really like about a lot of spoof movies is how like characters tend to sort of exist only to serve the jokes, but not really the other way around. Like what I like about a lot of comedies are like actual like characters doing things that are like funny in spite of themselves, but this kind of just feels like the jokes were written before the characters were, and so
or the whole joke was the character's name.
That too, which the delivery was funny, but
say like Mario Van Peebles' character. Muhammad Ali, Paula Abdul Rahim.
That was funny. And there is a walk-on cameo by Melvin Van Peebles, who the father son Mario and Melvin, and who like the Sweetback's Badass song is that basically is considered like the genesis, from what I understand, of the blaxploitation genre, which I've seen that movie, and it's super guerrilla, it's super, like low budget, rustic, type of like made by, a community type of, like a community made type of picture. But, Melvin Van Peebles, very important figure in that genre, and he shows up, which is nice that they kind of honor that legacy somewhat, but I guess I mean, it's the type of comedy where I will admit one of the jokes I did find funny was how they were gonna destroy Hanukkah for all Jewish children by having them watch It's a Wonderful Life or whatever, like
and they presented it as a drug, like peddling heroin kind of thing to the kids. But it was just like VHS recordings of fucking It's a Wonderful Life.
So I guess that's two movies that now that like on this show that have It's a Wonderful Life in common. So that's pretty funny.
That was just,
but I guess I just I didn't really laugh at it. Like kind of.
I wasn't sure if I was allowed to laugh at it. That's the thing. Is like, I feel like this is a specifically Jewish movie that like I would need approval from a Jewish person. Like, can I laugh at this? Like, because it did have funny jokes and stuff in it, but like jokes that I'm not sure if I'm allowed to laugh at. It's like I felt bad for watching it, and just like I don't know.
I mean it is possible that it's the type of movie that's meant to be more watched like with a group. You never know. Like it might be the type of movie that like the energy has to be infectious. Maybe a couple puffs of some Mary Jane, and just like a nice chill group. Like maybe it's more the type of movie that's meant to be like a group experience rather than like I'm gonna sit on my couch and watch The Hebrew Hammer and
Yeah.
like it's possible that if I watch this film with other people, like I would like some of the jokes might hit harder because there are things in this that I do find like inherently funny, like the way some of the lines are delivered and the cameos and stuff. Like they had sort of the makings of a potentially funny movie. It's just the jokes themselves just all felt really easy and more just like reference jokes, like, oh, I get that, oh, I get this, oh yeah,
Yep. Exactly.
yeah, that type of thing.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yep. Shin put one in type. I mean, yeah, like I like the dreidel stuff. I like all that stuff. It's great,
I loved so I mean it's a little because it's weird that the way that this movie plays out is he's a private eye kind of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but it didn't really make sense for the actual situation.
Yeah.
But I did love the little running gag that he's a certified circumcised dick.
That was funny. Yeah.
I liked that little bit. I didn't get it at first. I was like, wait, what? And then I read it. Oh, and then because there's a little
the
bit
whole
of
breast thing.
The noir kind of stuff. So, like, a dick is a private eye.
Yeah.
And I was like, he's a certified circumcised dick. And that was funny. But, like, in the long run, like, I don't know why, like, it had to be a private eye, because it was more like there wasn't like a mystery that they had that he had to solve. It was like them stopping the new Santa Claus from taking over. It wasn't like a mystery. It wasn't like a So
I guess that's kind of
I wonder, like, if that was just their only, like, oh, this is a funny joke, certified circumcised dick.
Yeah. Well, I did laugh at that, but that is kind of what I mean, though, when I like talk about how some comedies feel like the jokes were written before the characters. Because like
that absolutely felt like one, because like the actual movie itself was not like a mystery.
Yeah,
like and not like a private eye figuring things out. It was them trying to stop an evil Santa.
Yeah,
so it's
exactly. Which was funny, Andy Dick. The idea of Andy Dick, like being like the evil Santa in charge of the elves or whatever. Like, I mean that's pretty clever casting. I love the opening scene. That was pretty funny. Like that. I gotta admit, like I thought, like, I mean, it was some backstory, and it wasn't necessary exactly, but I appreciate it. It was a pretty good setup. Kind of remind me of, like, again, not to bring up Silent Night, Deadly Night, but it did kind of remind me of that a little bit. Like, and then and the film, I mean, it globetrots toward the end, and like eventually they end up going all the way to the whole Israel, and but I guess ultimately though, I love the way the movie looked, and I love like I love the overall aesthetic of the Hanukkah like the Hanukkah holiday, and I also love the idea of 8 days, and that whole, like, the lighting of the candles, and I don't know, I always do appreciate that. I guess ultimately what I'm trying to say is I think 8 Crazy Nights hit the spot more for me. As far as
I like Judy Greer. I love her. She was in this. I just love Judy Greer. She's amazing.
She was great. I don't know. What about you, Zach? Is there anything about this that struck you as pretty good, or like, was there anything you liked about it?
They had some good jokes here and there, but nothing I can remember off the top of my head.
Nothing super memorable. It is the type of movie that I mostly forgot about really like, and I forgot about most of it. Like even the day I watched it, really, like it doesn't. It feels like a movie I've seen before, and I get that. I get that that's kind of the thing of the spoof sort of genre is like, this is familiar, and so let's make fun of it. And but yeah, I don't know. I tend to not really find a lot of spoof movies all that memorable anyway. So, and I guess this kind of falls down that tunnel for me. So
Yeah, I guess that's why I play it all the time, so you can actually remember.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I'm kind of certain that I've seen this before, but not really. So
no, this is the first time I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember when it came out. I remember the ads for it. You know, the Hebrew Hammer. You know. So.
Yeah.
It was definitely blaxploitation film. Like it opened with like a Shaft
like flashback.
No, like a Shaft. It opened with a Shaft like that
theme song. Yeah,
theme song, but Jewish instead of. It was literally like the backtrack of Shaft. Like who's like no. I forget. I don't. I can't. But they did like
baby. Yeah. Yeah, he has his own theme song. I mean, yeah, it's a cute little movie. It's got some moments, but I wasn't like, I don't know. I think I would just probably give it like 1 star.
It's hard because I don't know if I think it targets an audience. I think.
Yeah.
I think it is targeting just a Jewish audience.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really hard as not a Jewish person to like, because sometimes I could understand that there are jokes there, and I was like, can I laugh at this? Like, can I morally laugh at this? Because they were funny.
Yeah,
and it is made by it is made by Jewish people and stuff.
Yeah.
So like I assume they're okay with poking fun at themselves and stuff. Because it does kind of like not degrade. That's not the right word, but like it does poke fun at the Jewish kind of whole situation. Like his mom was like a Jewish mother, you know, like
she always wanting to feed,
him, always doing all this stuff, and he was always trying to appease his mother.
Yeah,
that's like a very I'm not Jewish, but I know that is a stereotype.
That is something that a lot of Jewish people tend to like say is, if all the Jewish moms like to,
like a Jewish mother is even kind of breaks out of the religion, like the actual like you can be a Christian, you can be anyone, and still have a Jewish mother kind of thing. And,
yeah, most definitely. Yeah, no, but I get what you mean. It does feel weird laughing at jokes that are kind of aimed specifically at like, Jewish, like people who are familiar with Jewish culture and are like Jewish themselves. There is something that kind of feels odd about laughing at, only because like you don't want to obviously make fun of people's culture and heritage and stuff, it's because that doesn't feel right either. And I don't feel like this movie is saying any of that stuff is wrong or anything. It definitely is very much like a movie that's just kind of making fun of itself and feels like it was made by Jewish people for Jewish people. I guess that's really what I would say. It's like the type of thing where like if you're the type of person who's Jewish and like you can't get enough of movies like, Wet Hot American Summer or, things like that. Like they have a lot of Jewish like Wet Hot American Summer is a movie that I absolutely find hysterical and it has a ton of Jewish humor.
Oh, does it? I love that. I've seen that so many times. I did not pick up on any Jewish reference.
It's a super Jewish movie, but
I did not realize that.
Yeah. and I absolutely
That's funny.
That movie is hysterical. But I will admit that's another movie. I love that movie too. But I've actually never, now that I think about it, that's a movie that I've never watched by myself. You know, I've always watched that with other people who also love it. Yeah,
I've watched it a bunch of times by myself.
Yeah,
it's hilarious. It's like one of the best comedies, I think.
Yeah, I laugh so hard at it. Yeah. But yeah, I wasn't crazy about the Hebrew Hammer. Just never really reached the point for me where I just
it was odd.
Found it funny. Yeah, it was definitely odd. Yeah. So, what about you guys? What would you rate it? You know, like you can be fair if you want. You can.
I was a little more lenient. I gave it a 2.5.
Okay, cool.
I mean, that's what I gave it as what I would give it as well, because it was funny. I just felt weird laughing at it.
Yeah, I mean, I think the reason I give it a 1 is just because after a while it did kind of feel like torture, you know, like and I did reach a point where I kind of wanted it to end, you know, so
I'll give it a 2. I'll take a half off because there was just the thing that it was like he was a private eye, certified circumcised dick.
Yeah.
and I did like the joke, like he said that, and then Judy Greer said, "Can I see your credentials?" Which was "Can I see your dick?"
Yeah, and he whipped out his credentials, of course. Yeah.
But it was just like it wasn't a private, like it wasn't like a noir. It was, I mean, he wasn't like a overall. It wasn't like a mystery. Like a mystery solving crime kind of. Exactly. It was just an overall kind of like comedy action thing. It wasn't like it wasn't like just like his role was a private eye, but he didn't. It wasn't that kind of movie.
Exactly.
Him trying to stop Andy Dick, who so we would I would assume to say. Andy Dick was Santa's son.
Yeah.
That murdered Santa and took over and was trying to eliminate the Jewish culture kind of thing. So like absolutely none of that, like none of the overall arcing plot connected with a private eye kind of thing. Like he wasn't solving a mystery.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, you know? Like he was
he wasn't like Sherlock Holmes, you know.
Yeah. So like I was people. Like why was he a private eye? Why was he a
for the joke?
Yeah.
Basically. I think
just
exactly.
Joke. Yeah.
Just for the certified circumcised dick.
Yeah.
Just for the joke. And
and that's mostly what this movie was. It was just like stuff that happened that for setups and payoffs. Of thing, so
it's I mean, it had jokes and it was funny, but like the overall plot was just like didn't connect.
Yeah.
For that.
Yeah. Jokes galore, but that's about it. So.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. Do either you have anything else you want to say about it, or should we swan dive into this next one?
Yeah.
So there was plans for a sequel.
Ooh.
The Hebrew Hammer versus Hitler, apparently.
Okay, that sounds like a good sequel. That I would watch.
Glorious Bastards, though, right? That's basically Because what did Adam Goldberg? He was in Glorious Bastards, wasn't he?
I think so. Yeah. So I guess the Hebrew Hammer 2 already exists. Well, I don't remember if Adam Goldberg is in that or not, but I wouldn't be surprised if he was, because it had quite a cast.
He was. I'm not sure. I can't tell.
Yeah. I guess I'd have to look it up, but
let's see. I don't see it actually. No.
Yeah. Well, there were some Jewish actors in it, and you know, like people who have at least from what I understand, like are kind of like, if you like Adam Goldberg, like actors like that. So, but Yeah, I would definitely. I mean, I don't know, Hebrew Hammer 2. If it ends like Inglorious Bastards, I'd watch it. So.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think
about...
he doesn't look like he was. I'm looking at his IMDb. He doesn't seem but
okay. No, that's all right. All right. Well, do either you have to use the bathroom before we talk about this one, or?
I'm good.
Okay, I'm good too. So.
I'm fine. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. So my choice was, I think it was from 1995. I want to say.
Yeah.
It's a Spanish picture, El Dia de la Vista, or The Day of the Beast. And this is a very, very weird movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And it's a very weird Christmas movie. Although I do, in a weird, in a roundabout way, again, kind of like The Ref, at the end of the day, I can call this a Christmas movie. I can
Absolutely.
feel, yeah.
It takes place on Christmas. It's very there's Christmas themes all about. There's
exactly
Christmas decorate. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I guess one of the things that this movie understands about Christmas is how often Christmas can feel like a moment of pressure rather than a moment of comfort. It's kind of interesting because, like, I think a lot about the conversation that we had, on our first episode, Nick, where you talked about how much you love Christmas, and I kind of, talked about why Christmas, why I sometimes struggle with it, and it's a weird movie because there's elements of like belief and fear and hope and loneliness and money and ritual and all that stuff. And like, I guess the weird thing about like Christmas with this movie is that, for a holiday and for a day that's very much based in peace, this is about the least peaceful movie you can imagine. So this film pretty much tells the story of a priest who, basically, he gets a prophecy from another priest. What are they? Madrid? I think they're based in Madrid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And this priest is prophesizing that the spawn of Satan, the Antichrist, is going to be born on Christmas Day. And initially when he delivers this ominous sort of prophecy, I guess the whole idea is, well, we can stop it. But as soon as he delivers the bad news, he's immediately crushed by a giant crucifix. So that ends up being, what this main character, this priest, who looks like Gene Siskel, that ends up kind of being like what he sees as like the sign that the Antichrist is coming, And so his whole goal to thwart the Antichrist is to basically just be the biggest sinner he possibly can. And it's and basically, like, as he does that, he is so he gets convinced that the Antichrist is supposed to be born, I guess, on Christmas Eve, actually, not technically on Christmas, but he believes the only way to stop it is to commit evil acts. And so he begins deliberately just violating pretty much his entire moral code in an attempt to interpret signs from scripture and the modern world that the Antichrist is coming. And the way,
it's just, the point is he wants to like sacrifice himself.
Yeah.
Basically,
like to stop the
give
devil.
Himself up to stop the devil.
Yeah. And along the way, he ends up he kind of forms a rather unlikely, I guess you could say, alliance with a heavy metal, like he's like a heavy metal store worker, right? Like, I mean, he's obviously a heavy metal fan as well.
It's just a record store owner, I think, but he's into heavy metal.
Yeah, like, and so he forms an alliance with him, and also like this, he's like I guess you could call him like a fraudulent like televangelist, or no, not even a televangelist, more like a television like occultist,
psychic kind of
yeah, like an interpreter, like whatever you call it, whatever it was in the 90s, and like I guess like so the three eventually kind of gang together. I mean, it takes a while for it to happen. Like first the priest ends up going to the record store and meeting up with the heavy metal guy, and he receives some kind of sign that he's supposed to kind of like shack up with this guy. And what's weird about this movie is like it's not really clear exactly whether the signs really mean anything, and so that, I mean, I'll get to the ending, when we get there, because I feel like the ending kind of gives us the answer in a really weird way.
He sees things, and signs line up, but it's always
obscure.
Like you can always, like in any type of situation, you can kind of fudge it, that's what, you can just kind of fudge, like, oh, this is what is
exactly. And the thing is, like, the heavy metal rocker, he's an acid head, he's like basically a junkie, he's like dropping acid every 5 minutes, and so he's very open to influence interpretation, and then of course the occultist, he's somebody who I guess actually does have a strong belief in the occult, and there's like a scene where he's like performing an exorcism on television, and but yeah, they move, the three of them basically just move through the city following clues, and their acts, the acts that they commit, they grow increasingly reckless. I mean, they do, so they check, at one point they have to like perform some kind of like ritual. Well, okay, so when they go to find the televangelist or the occultist guy, he's like with this other girl, and they're like reading signs from his book, but which of course he steals from like a bookstore, and when the guy tries to like call the cops, he like knocks him out.
The priest is delusional, I could say at this point. He's like, he's seeing things, and he just saw this, that he's not a televangelist because it's not religious, it's just it's like a
psychic guy, like you said.
A psychic kind of like,
like a television psychic.
And he sees that, oh, I think that's him, like, and he gets his book, he steals it because he's trying to sin a lot, apparently. Like that's his thing, is he's like, I have to sin as much as I can so the devil will contact me, come to me. I have to do as much sinning as possible so the devil will come to me. And
and he thinks it's working. So and for a while, one could almost say, if you're the type of person who's has a belief in that kind of thing, and also, by the way, I don't feel like this movie is poking fun at beliefs. I think that this film is really more poking fun at the idea of certainty. But eventually, though, it does start to kind of become like more and more clear that a lot of this stuff is just pure speculation and reach. And as these guys fall kind of deeper and deeper into this delusion, and which of course they perform this ritual by, so they have to get blood, but it has to be like a virgin's blood. And so they at first they try to get blood from like the guy that the lady that the psychic is sleeping with, but then he says no, it has to be virginal.
No, she's not a virgin. Like so he does a hostage kind of situation. Like the priest breaks into the dude's house, and he basically he asks the sister outright, or not the sister, but the daughter of the landlady, like, so that is, so he goes to a hostel. That's where he's staying.
Yeah.
And there
maybe it wasn't
there's
their
this,
daughter. I don't remember, but yeah, go on.
and there's there's a female character that is a worker there at the hostel.
Yeah, that's what it is. Right.
And but he does. So he generally he goes to this. He somehow figures out. I think he just follows him to his apartment and like takes him hostage by like and he like breaks his kneecaps and shit like that. Like but in this TV personality has a girl coming over that isn't a virgin, like and he's just taking this guy's he wrote a book kind of thing, and it's like and like the guy, that televangel, not evangel,
the psychic. So I shouldn't have said that he was a televangelist.
Right. Yeah.
You know, he acts like one, but he's a psychic. He's a television psychic.
Yeah, just a fraud kind of guy. He just he's just making a show.
Yeah.
But and he made a book, and he was given just the like this priest is like mad, like mad crazy, and he's taking his words as okay.
This is what I should do, you know?
Yeah. And they want to take this girl's blood but the guy was like, she's not a virgin.
Right.
You need virgin blood.
Yeah, so he goes after like the worker, you know, and
the worker at the hostel that he's staying. Yeah.
And which of course he has to ask her like if she's a virgin. Basically, he's like, "Forgive me for asking, but are you a virgin?" And she says, "Yeah." So he takes her blood, and in the process, actually ends up actually killing the lady, the landlady. I think it's never made clear whether he kills the worker or not. But the lady just
he just took her
drops
blood,
down the stairs. Yeah.
And the lady, the landlord is the mother of the
worker.
She's
the metalhead.
The metalhead.
Yeah.
She's the mother of the metalhead.
Yeah. He also has a grandfather, you know, but he's not really an important character. But he does provide some full frontal nudity.
There's a lot of dong hang, and the metalhead just feeds him acid.
Yeah,
it's like, here you go. This helps calm him down. And it's like, really, acid is intense.
Yeah,
I don't know.
For real, like I don't get how it calms him down, but whatever. So so then they perform the blood ritual, and there's like a like the goat of Satan kind of appears, and it's like
what we assume, which is where it gets into like, are they hallucinating this?
Well, that's the thing, because now that they've dropped acid and now that they've like done all this stuff, like, it's a specific kind of acid though that's supposed to like. It's like mushroom and acid or something. It's like some kind of crazy
what the guy the TV dude says is it was mushrooms.
Yeah.
Is what the concoction would be.
Okay.
And he says,
and the metalhead's like, "Oh, I got this.
I got acid. Does this work?" Yeah. And he's like, "Sure, why not?"
Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah, but since acid is something that removes all your associations, it's like, yeah, they could be hallucinating this goat, and
they all have the same hallucinations. So
which is why they, and that's why they think that maybe this is a symbol, or this is a sign from the Antichrist, you know?
Yeah, because they do they do the whole ritual that was in the book, or whatever the dude says, and then they I think, I mean, my interpretation is it was just a hallucination from all of them.
Yeah, that was my interpretation too, and I'll get to that. But like the ending is really, to me, what spells it out. And like the ending of this movie is, it's not anything that anybody can really expect. It's like the last thing you would in the world that you would expect. It ends in the most unexpected way it could. But until then, though, they do get separated at one point. There's like this whole situation where they're like hanging from a light, and I mean it's a dysfunctional group, and they're all on acid. And also another thing, like kind of throughout the course of the movie, kind of in the background, there's these people who, well, I mean, there's a lot of crime happening and a lot of shit. I mean, this movie is very immersed in crime and poverty and
actually
societal rot.
Yeah, a bit of it actually reminded me of Beau is Afraid. Like, just because the streets were just wildly
just rotten,
just like people just doing crimes.
Yeah, just out.
Like there was that one scene where just like the TV guy walked into a convenience store.
Mm-hmm.
And a dude was just like straight up laying there dead.
Yeah.
Like his blood all over the place.
Yeah.
And he just like grabbed his drink, did this, just like walked over a dead body. And here you go. It was just like insane. Like,
yeah.
So that reminded me a bit of Beau is Afraid. It was just like, he just walked. He didn't even give a shit about what was going on.
Yeah. And there was also like this group of people going around. It was like these people spray painting, like, what was it, like Take Back Madrid or something like that?
Yeah.
And
that's actually key to the movie.
Yeah, that's a big key to the movie. Yeah, and at some point they kill a homeless man, and the guy looks at the shirt that the homeless guy was wearing, and it's a shirt to whatever that, like, it's like a metalhead concert that's happening locally, I mean, there's some other things that happen in between this. There's a part where the TV psychic sabotages his job, because he's about to, like, it's Christmas Eve, and there's gonna be some kind of special, like, thing happening on that night, but then he reveals, like, no, tonight is actually the night that the Antichrist is, to be born. It's the Antichrist of the baby.
This is after, so it happens because the priest and the metalhead go into his apartment. Like, at first the TV guy is in disbelief, of course, in disbelief.
Yeah.
Like, oh, these are just crazy people. But then they do the acid and all that stuff, and they do the ritual. Yeah, and they I don't know, see, quote unquote, they see like a goat.
Experience the side of Satan.
Yeah, they see it, then,
or the devil. I mean,
yeah. So after that, the TV dude is on board because he was like, I saw the goat, so he's totally on board after that whole thing.
Yeah. And I mean, it gets pretty insane. There's a part where the metalhead guy is like running around with a shotgun just in the crowd of people, like,
oh yeah, infinite ammo.
Yeah.
He was not reloading. He was just shooting.
Yeah.
Not thousands, but a shit ton of, like, I think shotguns like have two, like,
yeah.
But he was just going boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. And like, and the priest, he sees the sign of Satan, like, on the burnt corpse of a homeless guy, and goes to this metal concert, and the metalhead ends up seeing the same sign and follows him, basically. And eventually the television psychic, once he's done dealing with the live broadcast and pretty much just making a complete mockery of himself, eventually he sort of comes to them with like the ultimate sort of like, I know where they're going, or where the spawn of Satan is going to be born. And so they go to this, it's like a Taj Mahal looking place. It actually turns out to kind of be sort of like an encampment for homeless people, you know?
Yeah, it was like a two building because there was like a writing throughout history of this little like pyramid, like little, not pyramid, but like
oh yeah, they see the three horned sign of the devil,
and then they geolocate kind of like, okay, this is these structures are where it's gonna happen. And they go to it, and it's it is basically just a homeless encampment.
Exactly. But then they show up and they have no clue what to do. And it doesn't even really matter, because then these ruffians who are going around, you know, killing people and
throughout the movie, the ruffians of throughout the movie are the ones that are
they're mostly in the background, but then this is when they show up, and they end up setting the TV psychic straight up on fire, you know. They also kill, because they see the baby that they presume is going to be the Antichrist, but then they kill pretty much all the homeless people that are sleeping. And there doesn't end up being any sort of grand like cosmic revelation. Instead, you know, the metalhead and the priest, they in an attempt to escape the ruffians, end up encountering what appears to be the devil, except they're in such like a psychedelic sort of state, like, because when the devil appears, it's not really in any sort of like triumphant visible way. It just sort of like appears, and one of the characters actually ends up kind of dying sort of pointlessly, you know, like I think it was the metalhead. And so then, but then eventually, like the priest, you know, he turns around and escapes, you know, and I think he like shoots the folks that showed up, or shoots at I forget exactly what he did, but you know, he basically, you know, targets them, and rescues the TV psychic, and then the film jumps ahead, and we're kind of left feeling like they're now kind of just, they've become vagrants. They're just completely lost and delirious and homeless, and are pretty much like acid freaks, and they're sort of, you know, they're a pair now, and they're just kind of lost in the city. One of them is grieving the death of the metalhead, but in the end, they've pretty much convinced themselves that somehow they did the right thing,
that they saved the world. And the TV guy is like, we saved the world, but no one knows, and he's sad, and then he gets replaced by another guy that they see on a TV, and is like, oh, he doesn't have any flair. Like, well,
it's just not the same. And so you kind of just leave the film leaves you on a very dazed, almost injured note, you know, where it almost feels like the movie was like mocking you. Although I will say, actually, you know, because I saw this movie back in high school, and I really dug it, but I didn't really understand that ending exactly. But watching it now, I think what the movie's trying to say is that there isn't really any need for the devil to exist, because we're basically already doing his work anyway as a society. You know, there's no point to create a devil, you know, because all the devil is an excuse for bad behavior, you know. And
that's
so
what the priest was doing. He was literally doing bad shit, murdering people and stuff just because I need the devil to contact me.
Yeah. It's kind of a powerful statement because it's a film that's kind of targeting multiple kinds of certainty, not just like religious certainty, but also like certainty in that's involved in the occult, and media certainty, and also narrative certainly because the movie kind of shifts into sort of a subjective POV at the end with the devil, which is something that films often do, and a lot of foreign films do that. But it's kind of cool because like it's a movie about how like how people tend to crave meaning so badly that they end up sort of accepting any sort of structure, no matter how destructive it is, that promises meaning, you know. And sometimes it tends to result in people throwing themselves into really absurd and destructive situations, you know. So I feel like the ending really forces the viewer to kind of sit with that sort of unmet craving that we have to see these sort of bad behaviors actually amount to something good. You know, we don't get that. We get the opposite of a catharsis. We get the antithesis of a catharsis, actually, you know. It's sort of like, I mean, at the end, you know, the only things that really survive are their friendship, and I suppose the fact that they shared trauma together. Mm-hmm. And they have like the only dignity that they can muster is this faint idea that they may have saved the world in some weird way without knowing exactly how they did it. And so it's a kind of it's kind of a weird Christmas movie because it takes a big shift at the end into something that's rather human and delicate. And so yeah, I mean, it's not really a movie at the end of the day about stopping the apocalypse. You know, it's not really a movie about how like evil announces itself as anything. It's just about the whole idea that meaning is just it's not guaranteed by belief or rebellion or spectacle or anything like that. You know, all that remains is choice and the uneasy knowledge, I guess, that the world will go on exactly as it is, regardless of what kind of good or bad you do, you know? So the only thing that can change the world is people themselves, and, you know, people making good decisions and making the right decisions for society, you know?
Yeah.
It's kind of a post-Franco sort of way of looking at it, but I do feel like that's kind of what the movie is trying to illustrate. So I don't know. Does that make sense? Or am I sort of, do I feel like do I seem misguided? I don't know. Like I'm just, that seems to be what it's saying to me, at least.
Yeah. I think I agree.
Okay.
I think it's like, definitely like a story of just a guy that saw things.
Yeah.
The priest. And then he was trying to just, it just went fucking haywire. Like
yeah.
Just,
it really does. Yeah.
And also there is one, like, I think that it has to be said. There's a moment of him saying, "Oh, I fucked up. This is not real." Like there is a moment where in the movie where he's like, "Oh, no, none of this is real." Like he comes to he sobers up.
Yeah.
Kind of like, wait, oops. He's like,
yeah.
oops, oopsies, I made a mistake. I don't think any of this is actually real, but but the people that he like proselytized, I guess, would be the, I don't know, I think that's a word, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, the metalhead, he's going to follow him everywhere, no matter what he does.
Yeah, and
he
also
does acid all the time. You know?
Yes, but also the TV guy.
Yeah,
he also is like, no, this is real. Like we saw the goat, the demon. Like, but like the priest has a moment of doubt. Like it's like I think I fucked up.
Yeah. Yep.
He's like,
And it ends up
I
being
think I
the
fucked up.
television.
I think I fucked up. I don't know if any of this is actually real.
Yeah. And
But
the funniest joke is that the television psychic is the one who turns them around. You know, the fake fraudulent television psychic is the one who convinces them that the devil is real and that what they saw was actually not a hallucination. You know, like, so that I will admit is pretty funny. And I guess one could maybe try to read it as an attack on the media, but I mean, and you know, obviously the film is operating on a very intelligent level. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm okay with people reaching if they need to, but I think, you know, it is the type of movie that, you know, if you look too closely, you almost sort of start feeling like the priest a little bit. So
yeah, it's
a cool movie though. I don't love it as much as I used to, but I still think it's really brilliant. And I feel comfortable giving it maybe like a solid, I'd say 4 stars, honestly, you know?
Yeah, I think I gave it a 3.5.
Yeah.
I definitely didn't enjoy it as much as the first time I saw it, but still good.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is my first. I liked it because it was just offbeat, but
yeah.
And there's and just foreign films also interest me, so it's like okay, like this is what they're doing over there.
Yeah.
I would give it like 3.5.
Yeah.
As well, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I think you know, it's a filthy movie, but often depraved movies do tend to often invite a lot of the deepest thoughts, you know, and this is the kind of like experience that almost makes you feel like you've been sleeping on a mattress infested with scabies, you know. It's just very filthy and depraved, you know, but but it is a film that is kind of more or less like operating as a black comedy, and I think it works as that. So
yeah, I liked it. I did like it. It was like, this is actually interesting to see, and what I'll give it a 4. Why not? Fuck it.
Yeah,
I'll bump it up. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think it probably doesn't hold up on rewatches. You know, I mean, unless you're the type of person who doesn't catch everything right away, you know, and I will admit, actually, there are a few things upon rewatching it that I didn't notice the first time, you know. So, I don't know. I think 3.5 to 4. I mean, it's obviously a very well made movie, and I think it's
a good movie. It is like a well made movie for sure.
Yeah, and it's a clever Christmas movie, you know, if you like that sort of thing. So, if you like a lot of weird death and a lot of heavy metal, you know, then definitely check it out.
Right. Like satanic kind of Christmas shit.
Yeah.
Like the antithesis of Christmas. But that's... yeah. Well, go ahead. What were you in?
Oh, I was going to say, I do like the metalhead representation in movies.
Yeah.
As a metalhead myself.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was going to ask this. Yeah. So did this movie, like, were there like, was there some good, like, metalhead culture kind of well represented in this, would you say?
Yeah, especially for the 90s. Definitely.
That's cool. Yeah. Yeah, I loved the music and I thought it sounded great, you know. And the atmosphere of just the overall film, it's got a very smoky atmosphere, you know. It doesn't paint a very flattering portrait of Madrid. I'll put it that way. So, but you know, I'm so used to Madrid looking gorgeous in movies. I'm okay every once in a while with watching a film that sort of explores sort of the dark underbelly, like the underground side of Madrid. So
I would also say that
it had a little bit of grime to it, but
grimy. It's a little. I would say it's like probably not an actual representation of it, because it did
probably not.
It did feel like it was like post-apocalyptic, not post-apocalyptic, but like on the, because it was just, they had that weird stuff of shit's going, like Bo was afraid, kind of like just crazy shit happening on the streets.
Yeah. It did remind me a little bit of Bo is Afraid. Yeah, I will admit, like there were a couple moments that, it's like maybe Ari Aster saw this movie.
I wouldn't be surprised, because there was definitely just random shit happening on the streets that random crimes and shit. Like one thing, like that scene I talked about that I mentioned, is the TV guy just kind of going into the convenience store, and they're just a dead dude. All right, I'm just gonna take my drink, go along my business. Yeah, here's the money.
Oh yeah, there's definitely like background characters, stealing and crap, but
So
no, I loved it.
Yeah, that was a fun one. I like that one.
So yeah, I'd say in conclusion, these were 3 very backwards type of holiday movies, but I don't know. I'm glad we discussed these, because it was fun to watch. They did, in a weird way, just get me in the mood. I just don't know. Sometimes movies, like holiday movies, just remind me of all the good things that I have, and these definitely did that. It made me feel grateful that I wasn't as screwed up as all the characters in this film. So.
Yeah,
or in the rest, for that matter. So yeah, cool. So I guess that just about does it. So happy holidays to all of our wonderful viewers and listeners, and I hope you enjoyed listening and watching us discuss these strange films. So have a great night.
Happy holidays.
Yeah.
Oh, have a good one.
Yeah. Have a good. Peace be with you.